I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
It was so, in a way, so long coming that one sort of, it wasn't a shock. We were away by then, a whole week before.
We're on number 12 platform, the train's in, and the children are just arriving, coming along in their school group.
I thought maybe we should take the advantage of getting the children in the evacuation scheme.
And then they follow behind, the tiny tots in front, leading up to the bigger ones.
We were allowed to get into any carriages, first class, anything we liked, and on we went, and we were quite interested. Some of us had never been on a train. I remember when we got off the train, we wondered why all these soldiers were waiting on the platform with full battle kit, and not one of them let their cat out the bag and said, we're going to war. He said, we're like you, we're just going to have a lovely holiday, but we won't be beside the seaside. We were on holiday in Ullapool. We were in a hotel actually in Ullapool, and before the war, before it actually broke out, first one person was called away, and then another, and then another.
I lived in a village in Poland. There was 3 of us children, that is. We were taken to Russia. The Russians came in the morning and got us out with nothing else but the clothes on, and all the way to Russia, to the camps there. And that's where I lost everybody.
And we were at Bletchley, mostly testing things that the machines had thrown up as possible stops. And if we got a known call sign or something, obviously German, that was it. And we passed the setting on to somebody, and they went off and did it.
I was working in the naval office in Colombo, Ceylon. But the work I did was top secret, working for ciphers and codes. There was a worry about the Japanese invading Colombo. I think I was too busy to be scared. I just tried to do the best I could.
It wasn't until about 1980, I think, that my parents knew what I was doing. They knew where I was working, but they didn't know what at. I think the atmosphere, the war atmosphere was such that I don't think it was a difficulty. I mean, I think we just accepted that you didn't say what you were doing, and you didn't in fact say until about 1980, they began to tell us, or tell other people about it.
In the small hours of this morning, May the 7th, 1945, I saw the formal acknowledgement by Germany's present leaders, military leaders, of their country's complete and utter defeat by land, in the air and at sea.
At this moment of thanksgiving, His Majesty the King speaks to his peoples and his fighting forces throughout the world.
Today, we give thanks to God for a great deliverance.
I think my parents would say to us to stay in and listen to what was happening on the radio all together, and thank God we were all alive. We just wanted to run out in the street and hug everybody that was passing by. And so we made straight for the gardens, and the band was there already, and the place was packed. And so the dancing started. So everybody was running up, giving everybody else a hug if you'd ever seen them, and especially the fellows that were still in their uniform, and especially the older women, obviously hoping that their sons were still going to appear.